Hello everyone and welcome back to the EDH Jank Center, your source for everything Commander and everything Jank. I'm your host Jordan or Prairies, you can call me either. And hey, ever wanted to go infinite? Been jealous of your friend with that really cushy office job that can pay for Ancient Tomb and make like 1 trillion mana for like $80 million? What if I told you that to harness infinity, all you needed was $1? That's right folks, you can expect nothing less but help for your wallet on the EDH Jank Center. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 ways to go infinite for under $1. And while these combos may be infinite, our time definitely is not, so let's not waste any more. Let's get into it. All of these combos, by the way, can be found on commanderspellbook.com. It's an amazing resource to look at and search for any and all infinite combos under the sun. Our first infinite combo of the day gives us infinite enters the battlefield triggers, infinite creature tokens, and infinite life gain. And you could do all that for a grand total of 38 cents. Let's meet the players. First up, we've got Famished Paladin, 1 and a white creature vampire knight from Rivals of Ixalan. Famished Paladin doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap Famished Paladin, and he's a 3/3. Then we've got Presence of Gond, 2 and a green enchantment aura. This one's from Jumpstart. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has tap. Create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. And last but not least, we got Answered Prayers, 1 white enchantment from Modern Horizons. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. If Answered Prayers isn't a creature, it becomes a 3/3 angel creature with flying in addition to its other types until end of turn. So first of all, you gotta have all these permanents out on the battlefield already. You're gonna have Famished Paladin not summoning sick at all, so it's already been 1 turn, or he already has haste or something like that. And then Famished Paladin is enchanted with Presence of Gond. That's very crucial. And kiddos, the dance goes like this. We tap Famished Paladin, enchanted with Presence of Gond. That will trigger Presence of Gond's ability. We will create a 1/1 elf creature token. That will trigger Answered Prayers. We will gain a life, and that will trigger Famished Paladin. Untapping it, we can tap it again, and that's how we go freaking infinite for under 50 cents. And by the way, for 20 more cents, you can do infinite damage with Witty Roastmaster. Anyways, let's move on to our next infinite combo. Our next combo is all about infinite damage, kiddos. The culprits here are 1 Blazing Sunsteel, 1 in a red artifact equipment from Commander Legends. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each opponent you have. Whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target, and it's got an equip 4. Then we've got Guilty Conscience, 1 white mana enchant creature from Scourge. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, Guilty Conscience deals that much damage to enchanted creature. Okay, maybe I lied. We actually do need 2 more components for this, but it's an infinite combo that's under $1. Give me a break. So the other 2 components that we need are something indestructible, like a Darksteel Myr, and something that deals damage to a creature, like a Frost Wielder, for example. Now, if I did my math right, at the time of recording this video, this combo, all 4 cards, costs 92 cents. Not bad at all, baby. So to get this infinite damage going, you gotta have all of these permanents on the battlefield, of course. You equip your indestructible creature, in our case, a Darksteel Myr, or Myr, whichever one, with Blazing Sunsteel, and you also enchant it with Guilty Conscience. Then we tap our Frost Wielder to deal 1 damage to our Darksteel Myr. That will trigger Blazing Sunsteel, allowing us to deal damage to any target. Then that damage will trigger Guilty Conscience, and Guilty Conscience will deal that much damage to our Darksteel Myr, which will trigger Blazing Sunsteel again, which will trigger Guilty Conscience again, and the loop goes on, and we're killing everything and everyone. Now, I know that that's a spicy meatball, but let's not get too full. We've still got 3 infinite combos to go. Coming up next, we got a combo that does infinite colored mana. Let's freaking go. And I know you're thinking, but Prairies, infinite mana is for the rich kids, right? Wrong. This combo comes in at a whopping total of 74 cents, so suck it, rich kids. Just kidding. If you have the means to buy expensive cards, that's totally cool too. There ain't no actual hate here on the EDH Jank Center, baby. Okay, for this one, we really do only need 2 cards. We need League Guild Mage, 1 blue, 1 red creature human wizard from Guilds of Ravnica. You can pay 3 and a blue and tap it to draw a card, or you can pay X and a red and tap it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with converted mana cost X. You may choose new targets for the copy, and it's a 2/2. Then our next culprit is Dramatic Reversal, 1 in a blue instant from Kaladesh. Untap all non-land permanents you control. So important to note, you need non-land mana sources to do this, but mana rocks are not hard to come by in this format, so we should be good. I'm just going to assume that everyone has some Commander Spheres, some Soul Rings, some Arcane Signets on their board for this. Okay, so let's get cooking. First, we need League Guild Mage on the battlefield. We need Dramatic Reversal in our hand in order to cast. We need 1 or more non-land permanents able to produce 3 in a red mana. We also need 5 total mana available to us. So first we're gonna pay 1 and a blue to cast Dramatic Reversal. This will go on the stack. The stack is very important here. In response to the cast of Dramatic Reversal going on the stack, we will then pay 2, 1 red and 2 mana from Dramatic Reversal's casting cost to make a copy of Dramatic Reversal that goes on the stack above our original Dramatic Reversal. That copy will resolve first, and we will untap all of our non-land permanents, namely League Guildmage. Maintaining priority here, we will use our aforementioned mana rocks to tap for 4 mana, 1 red and 3 colorless. We will use 3 of that mana to activate League Guildmage's ability again and make a copy of the original Dramatic Reversal that we cast. That nets us 1 mana, and if we repeat this process over and over again, that generates infinite mana. Woo doggy, that was a doozy. Also, feel free to correct me in the comments, guys. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on this. I'm just trying to help you out, but I am not perfect, so feel free. Our next infinite combo though is very simple. It's all about infinite +1/+1 counters. And coming in at 19 cents, this is our cheapest combo of the day. Let's freaking get it. I feel like I kind of sounded like a gremlin there. Anyways, all we're gonna need today is 2 cards, guys. The first of which is Wildwood Scourge, X and a green creature Hydra from core set 21. Wildwood Scourge enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildwood Scourge, and it's a 0/0. Then our only other component is Enduring Scale Lord, 4 green-white creature dragon. This one's from Battle Bond. It has flying. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on another creature you control, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Enduring Scale Lord, and he's a 4/4. So all you need for this one, guys, is Enduring Scale Lord already on the battlefield, Wildwood Scourge in hand, and 2 mana available, 1 of it being green. So super simple, we just cast Wildwood Scourge by paying 1 and a green. We have it enter with a +1/+1 counter, which is technically putting. Then Enduring Scale Lord will trigger, putting a +1/+1 counter on itself. Then that'll trigger Wildwood Scourge, which will put a +1/+1 counter on itself, which will trigger Enduring Scale Lord, which will trigger Wildwood Scourge, and blah, 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 blah. Infinite +1/+1 counters. All right, and before we move on to our last infinite combo of the day, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, consider joining the Patreon. The Patreon link is in the description. We got lots of cool benefits for patrons, including a patron-only Discord where we have chats about cards, sets, spoilers, deck techs, all sorts of cool stuff goes on in there, including an occasional spell table game with yours truly. So if that seems like fun to you, make sure you check out that link. All your support means so much and helps me make more content for you guys. All right, let's not delay. It's time for our last combo of the day. So for this combo, we've got Infinite Enters the Battlefield triggers, Infinite Leaves the Battlefield triggers, and Infinite Storm Count for cards like Grapeshot. So for this, we need 3 things: Grinning Ignis, Runaway Steamkin, and 3 mana available to us. Grinning Ignis is as follows: 2 and a red, creature elemental from Strixhaven. Pay 1 red, return Grinning Ignis to its owner's hand. Add colorless red, activate only as a sorcery, and it's a 2/2. Runaway Steamkin says 1 and a red, creature elemental from Guilds of Ravnica. Whenever you cast a red spell, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3 +1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on Runaway Steamkin. You can remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Runaway Steamkin and add 3 red mana, and it's a 1/1. And the third component is 3 red mana, which is 3 red mana. Okay. So, first order of business, we are going to activate Grinning Ignis, going from 3 red mana to 2 red mana, and adding colorless red, so now we have a total of 5 mana in our mana pool. We are then going to pay 3 of that mana, going down to 2 in our mana pool to play Grinning Ignis again. Because we cast a red spell, we will put a +1/+1 counter on Runaway Steamkin. We will basically be left with enough mana to repeat this process 2 more times, and once we've cast Grinning Ignis 3 total times, we remove 3 +1/+1 counters from Runaway Steamkin, adding the original 3 red mana that we need to repeat this process all over again, which again gives us infinite casts on Grinning Ignis, which means we can cast something like Grapeshot for like 10 million. Oh, and not to flex or anything, but at the time of recording, this was also under 50 cents, so let's freaking get it. Wow, and just like that, guys, we were done with another video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what your favorite infinite combos are. Do you think I missed any? And what kind of Magic the Gathering list would you like to see from me next? I'm always down there in the comments interacting with you guys, so come on down and have a chat with me. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm out. I'll see you on the next video.